Hello friends, welcome to this video. So here also we are going to discuss a question which was asked in JEE Main 2021. So this question is actually two statements are given and we have to analyze which statement is correct and which one is false. Okay, so this is not a numerical problem, but this is a conceptual question. So let me read the question first and then we will analyze the statements. So statement one, two photons having equal linear momenta have equal wavelengths. Statement two, if the wavelength of the photon is decreased, then the momentum and energy of the photon will also decrease. So these are the two statements. So let us analyze the question. So these are the four scenarios, okay, which are given, and out of these four scenarios, only one is correct. Okay, only one is correct. That correct statement we have to find out. So statement one, let us analyze the statement one and see what we get. Statement one, okay. Two photons having equal linear momenta have equal wavelengths. So the question arises, how is wavelength related to momentum? Okay, that is the first question which will arise in our mind. So wavelength is equal to h divided by p. So wavelength is equal to Planck's constant divided by momentum. Okay, so this is the relationship between momentum and wavelength. So let us consider the two photons. Okay, we are talking about two photons. Suppose the first photon has wavelength h1 is equal to h over p1. Okay, h is Planck's constant, which is universal. Okay, so it will not change its value. So first photon has got a wavelength of lambda1 and momentum of p1. Second wavelength, second photon. So second photon has got a momentum of p2. Okay, so Planck's constant is h and momentum is p2. So now it's given if two photons have equal linear momenta. Equal linear momenta means p1 is equal to p2. P1 is equal to P2. Okay. Therefore, if in these two relations P1 is equal to P2, therefore lambda1 will be equal to lambda2. That would simply imply that lambda1 is equal to lambda2. So two photons having equal linear momenta have equal wavelengths. So the wavelengths will be equal. So what we can conclude, that we can conclude statement one is correct. Okay, from this concept, from this relationship between wavelength and momentum, we can conclude that equation one is correct. So let us check the statements. So statement one is false. Okay, so we cannot consider this because statement one is correct. Statement one cannot be false. So the option A we can neglect, we can remove. So option two is both statements one and two are true. So we have got that statement one is true. Okay, so statement one is true. So this is a possibility that statement B is correct. There is a possibility. So statement C, both statements one and two are false. No, it cannot happen because statement one is already true. So statements one and two are false. This option C is also not acceptable. Now statement D is that statement one is true, but two is false. So yes, this may also be a possibility, option D, because statement one is already true that we got, but two is false. Okay, so now in order to find the exact answer, let us analyze the statement two and see what is given. Statement in this statement two, it is given that if the wavelength of the photon is decreased, then the momentum and energy of the photon will also decrease. Okay, if you decrease the wavelength of the photon, then the momentum and energy will also decrease. So again, how is wavelength related to momentum? By this expression already in case of statement one we have seen. Now the question is, if you reduce the wavelength of the photon, okay, if you reduce the wavelength of the photon, then Okay, so from this relation, wavelength is inversely proportional to momentum. If you reduce the wavelength of the photon, then the momentum will actually increase. It will not decrease, but it will increase. Okay, why? Because wavelength is inversely proportional to the momentum. So if you increase the if you decrease the wavelength, then momentum will actually increase. Okay, but here it is written that the momentum and energy of the photon will decrease. So statement 2 is kind of false. Anyway, so we have been also asked about energy. So let us check the energy perspective. So what is the relation between energy and wavelength? Okay, energy and wavelength of a photon is given by this relation. E equal to hc over lambda. Now, if your wavelength is decreased, if you decrease the wavelength, then what will happen? So again, here I would like to point out that energy is inversely proportional to wavelength. If you if the wavelength is decreased, okay, if the wavelength is decreased, energy will actually increase, okay, because energy will increase if the wavelength decreased. Okay, so that means this statement is false, because if it is written, if the wavelength of the photon is decreased, then the energy, both momentum and energy, will decrease. Okay, so energy will not decrease, energy will rather increase. If wavelength is decreased, energy will rather increase. Similarly, if wavelength is decreased, momentum will increase. Therefore, statement 2 is false. Okay, statement 2 is false. So let us come back to the statements B and D. So both 1 and 2 are true. No, this cannot happen. Statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. So in option D, it is given statement 1 is true, but statement 2 is false. So this is the correct answer. Okay. So option D is the correct answer for the two statements which have been given to us. Okay, so I hope you have been able to understand the solution to this question. You have to just know about the relationship between wavelength and momentum, and energy and wavelength of a photon. If you can understand the relationship, if you know about the relationship, then it is very easy to examine which statement is correct and which statement is false. So friends, thank you very much for watching, and please like this video, subscribe to it, and I will meet you in the next video. So thank you very much.